Now, so many of the retail investors never thought that Sofi Technologies will beat the EPS that analysts expect for their Q4 earnings results, which I saw most of them, also those who have YouTube channels, also posting the same things to say that they believe that yes, Sofi Technologies will beat the total revenue expected, but they never believed that Sofi Technologies will beat the expected earnings per share. But if you go and check on the video which I made on Saturday with this thumbnail here, I indicated, or I showed or revealed my prediction of saying that I believe that Sofi Technologies is going to thrash both the EPS and the total revenues for the Q4 of 2022. And some of the people actually come on my inbox in my social media indicating that they believe that for the EPS, Sofi Technologies will fail. Well, guess what? On the Q4 of 2021, Sofi Technologies managed indeed to beat both the revenue and the EPS, which is why we're seeing its share price after market hours, it has went up by over 18%. This is something that is good, because I said in the previous video to say that we might see the exact same thing happening which happened in their Q3 earnings results. Because if you remember correctly, even on their Q3 earnings results, Sofi Technologies, after reporting or releasing their earnings results or their Q3 earnings results, we saw the stock price shooting up again by over 18%, which is something that must show you that it looks like it's a trend that we might start seeing on Sofi Technologies, of them beating or releasing earnings that beats analyst expectation. This is a company that is doing so well, and this is a company which is just set to do very well. And I believe that as a retail investor, it should motivate you to load the boat. In fact, on that video that I released on Saturday, I was saying that buy Sofi Technologies before Tuesday, because I sort of like had predicted that indeed Sofi Technologies is going to beat all the analyst expectation, and guess what, they did just that. So I hope you loaded the boat. And of course, for those of you who follow me on Facebook, you will know that on Monday I did load the boat on Sofi Technologies so heavily, which is why my average purchase share price on Sofi is now at $11 and something. I can't remember the exact figure. This is good news, because I definitely think that after the markets open today, I'm going to be sitting with some good returns from Sofi Technology stock, which is something that is truly amazing. Now, what really happened? Let us have a deeper look, or go in deeper and check as to what are the exact figures that Sofi Technologies reported on their Q4 earnings results. Now, as seen on the screen, you'll notice that analysts had expected Sofi Technologies to report an EPS of around negative 1.599, and guess what? As seen on the screen, Sofi Technologies reported an EPS of around negative 1.5, which is something that is truly amazing, because this is a much better EPS than what analysts expected. Now, as for the total revenues, as in the screen, you'll notice that analysts had expected Sofi Technologies to report total revenues for the Q4 of around 279 million US dollars. And guess what? For the Q4 of 2021, Sofi Technologies reported a total revenues of over $285 million, which is something that is truly amazing, and it has to show you of how good Sofi Technologies it is becoming. Now, another figure that really got me really interested into Sofi Technologies is the membership growth, because as seen on the screen, you'll notice that Sofi Technologies for the Q4 of 2021, they reported a 39% increase of membership, which is something that is truly amazing. And of course, yes, this came after, you remember that Q3 Sofi Technologies had reported total membership of around just over 2.9 million. Now, for the Q4 of 2021, Sofi Technologies now indicated or gave us that they managed to accumulate 523,000 new members into Sofi Technologies, which is something that is truly amazing, because this now just means that the total membership that Sofi Technologies now has is around or almost 3.5 million members, which is something that is truly amazing. So far, it's a company that is doing so well, and it is a company that we must expect to do very well. This is something that I already tell you, or that I always tell you when I do so many videos about Sofi, because indeed we can see what Sofi Technologies is doing, which is something that must motivate you to go in and look into this Sofi Technologies stock. I mean, I've told you about their acquisitions and how good Sofi's acquisitions will boost Sofi's revenues in the next coming 3 years. I mean, the latest acquisitions, of course, or potential latest acquisition, Technologies, which Sofi will be acquiring by around $1.1 billion. It is going to increase Sofi's earnings or Sofi's revenues by around $800 million in the next coming 3 years. So already things like this, you can project that we are going to see Sofi Technologies doing very well in the years to come. And of course, you will remember that there is something called the banking charter approval, which now Sofi has, and I've already discussed in many of my videos of what the banking charter will do into Sofi Technologies. And of course, the banking charter all boils down or just get us to one point, and that is Sofi Technologies with the banking charter will also seriously start generating a lot of revenue because of the benefits that comes with the banking charter approval. Sofi Technologies will also help, or it will help Sofi Technologies to also generate much more revenue that they are currently generating. 2022 Sofi Technologies, we might see it reporting not less than $1.4 billion for the rest of the year. This is strictly, and this will come strictly because of the banking charter, which is something that is truly amazing. Now, Sofi, guys, it's a company that is attracting so many consumers into coming and want to join this Sofi Technologies. And why is that? It's simple. Sofi Technologies, it is becoming a one-stop shop for all things relating to digital banking. Into Sofi Technologies, consumers can save, borrow, invest, spend, and also trade, which is something that is truly amazing. Sofi is a company which will do very well, and already this drastic surge of over 18% that we saw after our market hours should definitely tell you that the market does really see that these were good earnings of Q4. Now, of course, the adjusted revenue reached over $1 billion, which is a pure 63% year over year. When looking at the adjusted revenue they report for the year 2020, which is something that is truly amazing. And again, it should just show you that Sofi Technologies is a company that is growing. Sofi Technologies is a company that we can still expect them to do very well even in the quarters, in the years to come, which is something that is truly amazing. You'll remember that Sofi Technologies, by the way, it is expected to become profitable between 2023 and 2024. That is where we'll start to see Sofi Technologies, or that is where analysts expect that Sofi Technologies will start to become profitable. So I think it's wise or good for you to load the boat onto Sofi Technologies before they become profitable. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit that likes button, and if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time I release a video. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. Otherwise, before you load the boat onto Sofi Technologies, please do make sure that you go do your own due diligence so that at least you can be comfortable when you're investing into this stock. Otherwise, this video was just my opinions, and you should not take it as professional financial advice. You already know that if you seek professional financial advice, you already know what to do, and that is you need to go out there and consult the professionals. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.